Today's video is sponsored by W Jitterless Energy Blend, formulated to give you the focus and energy with no jitters or crash. Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including the patented Neurofactor, with more than 10 different flavors to enjoy and start your day strong. Are you ready to try W? Visit W.GG today and use promo code ARROWWAN to save 10% on your purchase today. Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome back to another video. Before I get to today's topic, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below and click any of the links down below if you guys want to continue support of this channel and other channels that we have. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so for today's topic, I have been waiting a little bit to discuss my feelings with this game that just came out from Ubisoft. It's called Xdefiant. It is a free-to-play FPS shooter that just released on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, all on May 21st. And what are my feelings for this game so far? Well, from what I have played, it feels like a Call of Duty based game with a lot of elements that are borrowed from the game Overwatch from Blizzard Entertainment. So it's a combination of Blizzard and Call of Duty mixed in with it. This is a skill-based, this is a game that does not contain skill-based matchmaking from what I understand. So if you're looking for a game that's kind of competitive like Call of Duty or Halo or such, you're not going to find it here. This is Ubisoft's newest project, especially since they shut down quite a few projects already, such as the next Division game, which was set to be a free-to-play based game, but they closed doors on that. But they did release this game, which has also been delayed quite a few times, to be exact. And it's finally out. It finally went through an alpha and beta process. This is a free-to-play first-person shooter that combines the factions from different Ubisoft games. And we're talking games like The Division, Far Cry, Watch Dogs, and quite a few others. It has characters from those games that all share pretty much the same playability when it comes to the combat system, but each character has their own perk, as it's called, as power-ups from each game, such as The Division or Far Cry, where each character has certain perks that were useful in those games as well. However, some reviewers have praised the game's classic arcade shooter feel and enjoyable maps, while others criticize the game's lack of innovation and fun modes. The game may need a lot of tweaks and support to find success. However, there is a lot of truth to that. Now, like I said, this is not your typical competitive first-person shooter for a lot of people. It's a free-to-play. It's between 4v4 and 6v6 game modes. But also, there's only like 5 or 6 different game modes to choose from between ranked and unranked. I haven't seen a Team Deathmatch mode in there quite yet, but there is even a couple of modes in there that look like they were borrowed elements from games like Overwatch and such. Now, this is a game that feels like Call of Duty. It plays kind of like an older modern version of Call of Duty, but it still lacks it a little bit there. Now, while some gamers, they do feel that it is a pretty fun title from Ubisoft, and it has been said to be a Call of Duty killer, I don't see it being a Call of Duty killer anytime this year. However, just a couple years ago, there was a game that came out that I reviewed called Crossfire X that was also said, in a sense, to be the next Call of Duty game. It was said to be a Call of Duty killer in itself. Whereas with that game, even though it was free to play for the multiplayer and you can download it through Game Pass or whatever else you had, but if you want to play the story mode, which was 10 times better for the game, you had to pay for each episode, which was $10 per episode. So you figure $20 for the game, where the single player was probably the best part of the game, but where it lacks it is the multiplayer, and that if you are an achievement hoarder, you know, if you're somebody who goes for achievements or trophies or whatever in games, all your achievements are going to be multiplayer based, so there are no achievements for the single player aspects of that game. Now, how the achievements for this game are probably about the same. There's a lot more than what Crossfire X had, but there's one thing that it does have that Crossfire X did not have, is replayability. Whereas the multiplayer for Crossfire was just downright atrocious. Even though it was playable for an extended period of time, but after that, it just kind of flunked, and they went ahead and shut the servers down on it, which is pretty sad. It could have had potential, but from what I've seen here with a game like Xdefiant, there is a lot of potential for it, especially since it's a Ubisoft game, and they borrow a lot of elements from their different games in their repertoire, like I said, for like games like The Division, Far Cry, Watch Dogs, and such. It still falls a little bit short of trying to be entertaining for the most part for a lot of different gamers out there, especially those looking for a hardcore shooter. But this is a shooter for people that are not real hardcore. They are not real rank based or skill based. This is just a basic fun arcade style first person shooter that is set for pretty much any age, I guess, but it's probably a T-rated game, rated T for teen. Now, for this game, and I'll be reading this from a different review site, there are currently 14 maps to play on. Each of these locations either come from particular faction's universe or in an exclusive Xdefiant environment. Ubisoft has never disclosed whether they were going to add more maps or not. However, given the nature of PvP shooting games, new locations are bound to come to surface. Currently, there are 24 weapons in the game divided into 6 categories. Players can choose from a collection of assault rifles, LMGs, marksman rifles, shotguns, SMGs, and sniper rifles. Players can make their guns stronger as they level up their weapons and add attachments to them. Similarly to the maps, it isn't known if new weapons will eventually come out in the next seasons. Now, we have been given everyone the gist of what Xdefiant has to offer. The question now is, does the game live up to its modern PvP shooting standards? Which, of course, this was a game that I did come across kind of coincidental a couple months back with gameplay and news upon it, but I don't think too many people have gripped on what this game actually is or even know that it's out. So I don't think there's going to be a strong player base at the beginning for this game. I feel like those who are streaming it on platforms such as Twitch and YouTube and Kick, they're probably going to get an audience there that are going to probably be like, hey, I would like to try this game out. Where can I find it? Yes, you can download it for free on console or PC. The question is, do you want to play it? Is this something that you're looking forward to playing? Have you tried it out yet? Let us know down in the comment section. What are my thoughts on it? I think it is an enjoyable first-person shooter in the arcade style. It's something that's not competitive. However, this is one of those get good son games if you really want to get competitive in a sense, because the first few games that you play, you're probably going to rage quit over the game just as well as you do with Call of Duty, Halo, or other shooters that you play. So I give a rating of this game right now a possible 6 out of 10. It's not the best out there. It's definitely a lot better than currently released games in the past 5 years, such as Crossfire X, as I stated. Whereas that game had a lot of potential. It was there. It was just not delivered properly, in a sense. Where I feel like this game is kind of delivered in a sense properly, but it's going to take a little bit of time for people who are fans of Ubisoft games such as The Division, Tom Clancy games, Watch Dogs, Far Cry, and such. So there are a lot of elements that are borrowed from Ubisoft's repertoire, as I said, as well as a gameplay style between Call of Duty and Overwatch. So if this is something that you're looking forward to playing, definitely give it a try. Definitely give it a try out. It's free to download on Xbox, PlayStation, and on PC. However, it is not on Steam for what I saw. You would have to download the Ubisoft Connect app through the PC and attach your account through that, and you'll be good as gold. However, I will say they did have a rocky start, which is probably what you guys are looking forward to me talking about for a little bit. Yes, when I tried to get on the game on day one, I was trying to stream it, and I couldn't stream it because there was not too many servers open. They were having so many server issues. Even the Ubisoft Connect app was having a lot of connectivity issues as well. So far, those issues have been fixed. Everything has been looked into, and everything has been taken care of. So you should be able to get to the game pretty good. You were probably one of those, just like me, on day one, was trying to get into there, and couldn't figure it out, couldn't get into it at all. And it happens with a lot of day one multiplayer games like that, where you're going to have server issues, and of course they're going to have to release a patch for them within the next couple days. And that does it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me blabber on about Xdefiant. And I know I didn't cover a whole lot of different aspects of the game, but this is my true opinion about it. If you guys want a down-to-earth opinion about how this game is, and if you guys enjoy the rest of our content, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. It definitely helps us out a lot, guys. Also, if you stuck here to the end, we do have a merchandise store. If you guys want to buy merch from us on the channel, everything is down below in the description section. You could check out our merchandise and show some support, show some love. And until next time, guys, we will catch you in the next video.